Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Water Resources. The Directors, Ministry of Water Resources. The MD Roasa, represented. Acting GM Water Board on his way. The chaplain commander and his team, the old group chairman and his escort. We give Almighty God the glory for showing us today. First and foremost, I would like to convey the warm regards of His Excellency, the Executive Governor of the state, Kogi State, His Excellency Alhaji Odudo Ahmed Usman. Next, I will have to thank the chaplain who, in their wisdom and also as part of their service to God and humanity, help us to collaborate in seeing today to bring awareness to human on what water is, the importance of water, access to its sources, and management from the source to consumption. Ministry of Water Resources is the ministry saddled with the responsibility of providing potable water to mankind, for Kogi State residents in geographical space called Kogi State today, and the animals therein, and in some instances, our crops too. Provision of dams for irrigation and general agricultural purpose is falls under the Ministry of Water Resources. However, this year's celebration, I will like to apologize that the government is just 2 months in office. The enormous challenges we met on ground, especially in the water sector and its governance, made us very, very busy. If not, today is one of the most important days. Let me say it's the most important day in the day of the Ministry of Water Resources. Because we, the ministry, own this celebration. As such, when we are celebrating a day like this, the whole stakeholders in the water family, in the water governance sector, are supposed to be brought in. What I'm seeing today, we are having less than 30 or 40% of the key stakeholders in the governance, in the water governance. The Water Consumers Association are supposed to be with us. The water service providers and their branches. We have only odd drop here. Those people treating and selling sachet water and bottled water are all stakeholders in this movement. We have part of Ministry of Agriculture, or let me say Ministry of Agriculture. We have the ACRISA, we have the IFAD. All these are critical stakeholders along with NGOs that we're supposed to partner, that we are partnering to ensure the delivery of potable water to the society. By the special grace of God, by this time next year, all this, everybody that is concerned in the water governance sector in Kogi State will be brought on board. As from today, The template for bringing us together will be activated by the special grace of God, and it will not be like this. Some of the institutions shall be brought in because it's supposed to be a week celebration by the special grace of God from next year. I want you to hold me by my words. If I'm alive, healthy, and still the Commissioner for Water Resources, Kogi State, next year's celebration will be a whole week. Because a day is not enough to enlighten and sensitize our people for the need to protect our water sources. The need, what I mean by protection, total protection, because a lot of wars are being fought in the world because of water, and a lot of peace are being made by the use of water. We from the riverine part of Kogi State knows what water means in terms of conflict. 9 local governments of Kogi State, anybody from that local government can be able to tell. I'm talking of Lokoja, Kogi, Omala, Basa, Ufu, Igalamela, Ida, Ibaji, Ajokuta. These local governments you mentioned, we can tell you what water is in terms of security. Because of a small pond of water, our lives will go. So, as my officers have briefly told us, I will also briefly tell you that His Excellency Alhaji Ododo Ahmed Usman, I said it in one fora that if you meet him, he will tell you his first priority to people of Kogi State is water. Second priority is water. If you go to other ministries like education, education, science and technology, energy and rural development, works, and so they will tell you the same thing. But to me that I know what I'm going through in terms of the efforts and pressures I'm receiving from His Excellency. And at times he will know that this thing he has spoken will take me days to achieve. Immediately after giving instruction, expect his call in the next 3 hours, 3-4 hours. Farouk, why are you? I say, I'm on it, this is where I have reached. So, since his assumption of office, we have not left any stone unturned to make sure that whatever is holding our waters from flowing in Kogi State, we touch them. So, on assumption, within the first 1-2 weeks, Okene started having some flow of water from their taps. And in Lokoja, the gigantic world standard Greater Lokoja water treatment plant we have that has its challenges, that was exacerbated by the last flood. So we are unable to clear the problems until we go in now, and technical audit has been taken. Ordinarily, and I repeat, ordinarily, with the effort His Excellency has put, I may, comfortably say, expect Greater Water to start working in a couple of weeks. But, His Excellency is a result-oriented person. When the holistic technical audit was taken, it was discovered that that flood that caused that problem last in 2022, that damaged equipment worth billions. The reason why I refer to it as gigantic and international, the standard of Greater Lokoja Water Treatment Plant is to give us 247 and 365 days of water supply non-stop. And the water that is coming out of Greater Water is better than some of our bottled waters. So, for the purpose of this day, the water plant it has 10 million liters capacity with 6 high lift pumps installed, 3 on duty, 3 on standby. And yours sincerely, can anybody tell me the approximate estimate of the capacity, each of those high lift pumps? Now, if you want them with the panels, you are talking of 1.something billion, just the high lift pumps alone. That is picking the treated water and delivering it to your homes. We have 6 of them, and there is space for expansion for additional 2. We have 3 flocculation sedimentation tanks with a room to expand it to additional 2. What we are saying that Lokoja Greater Water, if fully operational, as designed by His Excellency, can be able to give water beyond Kaba Junction and beyond Banda. So what His Excellency wants that is still keeping us is, 1, clear all the electromechanical faults that are in that plant, which are billions. 2, raise all the electromechanical equipment that flood came to damage, so that henceforth, whenever we have flood, that flood will not stop water from flowing in Lokoja. Number 3, complete the reticulation work that was not completed ab initio when the project was commissioned. 4, institute an electronic billing system. 5, electronic monitoring of our pipes. In essence, what we are saying is, by the time this greater water is, the rehabilitation and turnaround maintenance is completed, by the special grace of God, we're expecting that you cannot illegally tamper with our water. 2, if you don't buy a recharge card, no water in your house. But be sure that 247 you will have water in your house, portable one, by the special grace of God. So, why I'm bringing this up is that today is Water Day. You are going out for enlightenment. In view of what we find ourselves today in terms of access to potable water in the state, you may have questions. Members of the public, within their rights, can say, you are coming to tell us today is Water Day. Where is the water that you are celebrating? Yes, today may not be a day of that celebration, but a day of enlightenment, sensitization. So as part of your sensitization, that is why I dropped that. To ameliorate the suffering of the people, His Excellency also directed us, through me, the ministry, to check what is wrong with the old old waterworks. We moved into action, and the little we can do within the limit of our ability for now is being done. That the 2 reservoirs we are having in town, in the course of a job before this one came, were disconnected with heavy blockages and so on and so forth. So within that, we are treating water from the plant to give a certain section of the old Lokoja that has more issue of sanitation. It's more prevalent within this traditional area. We treat water and pump to them alternatively on daily basis. However, if I may corroborate the Commander Champlain, this is when we have the highest wastage of water. Are we getting it? But the government is not part of it because the primary concern of government is the people. For now, we are pumping directly to the lines while we've completed the survey and technical assessment of what is to be done to make the old Lokoja water functional along with the two reservoirs in such a way and manner that if in future maintenance is coming up in the greater water, that old Lokoja water will be standing by to move it, to take care of whatever. Because ordinary washing of tank A, we are not talking of the sedimentation tanks and other things in the center. The tank A we are talking about is the one at Lokongoma, the big one you are seeing there. We have two tanks. Tank A there, and the tank B is along Manpati by your left. This bigger one is boosting and supplying the tank B that is supplying the tank. This is supplying this way. Even ordinary maintenance, if they are to maintain this tank that, okay, it is due for washing, you may lack water for about 3, 4, 5 days. So in order to fill in that gap, the old waterworks will be activated and will come on board to take care of that site. By the grace of God, the chaplain and other stakeholders, as I've earlier said, we are partners in the water governance sector. And sorry, I have forgotten. You make an important point, which I want us to also look at. You talk of borehole being the best source of water, underground water. Sorry, you made underground water as a free best water, because most of our surface waters are contaminated. While what is in vogue today is to discourage that underground water we are continually exploiting because of climate change and damage we are doing to the earth crust. So, what are we trying to say here? In Kogi State, the Western Central has surface water and some pockets of seasonal streams, which studies have shown some of the seasonal streams, if impounded at desired locations, can serve the period of dry season for them. Chairman Odro, the Honorable Commissioner is not saying, because I'm your member now, he's not saying that we should stop drilling a borehole completely. No. It has to be controlled so that, as I told you in your forum, everybody will be brought on board. Statistics, data for boreholes by government and private have to be brought so that we know per annum, averagely, what quantum of water are you taking? How many punches have you given the earth at various locations? Because what we don't have here is gradually coming close to us. That is, what do you call it? Earthquake. We are all this we are supposed to check them. The area we have more problem in terms of surface water, I will always repeat, is in our eastern flank, that is sedimentary. So, gentlemen, for going forward, everybody will be brought together. The water sachet producers are only one of the critical stakeholders I'm yet to see around here. And with your cooperation, we'll organize a forum where both Odrop and these people will sit down and talk about the water governance in Kogi State. So once again, I wish to thank you, the chaplain, the organizers of this commemoration of this day, and the Ministry for Water Resources is with you 100% in this journey, and we thank you. The Almighty God take you and save you. It is because it's the biggest single asset. This effort you are talking about, giving potable water as the representative of the MD Rwasa have highlighted, the MD today is also on his toes because the ministry has two agencies it is supervising to deliver these things we are talking about. That is the Water Board and then Rural Water Supply and Sanitation Agency, Rwasa. So the Rwasa arm is intervening, especially in the area, the rural areas where it cannot go. Mostly underground water and sanitation facilities they are doing. As I'm talking to you, the MD is out on official assignment on that particular thing. So the provision of potable and clean water is not being restricted to Lokoja. The only thing being that it is Lokoja's own now that can consume the whole 3 years budget of the remaining ones. So that is why that my explanation is long there. But His Excellency's commitment is the provision of water to every single community of the state by the special grace of God. Thank you very much.
Thank you.